Welcome to the first ever Swiss stage of the League of Legends World Championship. It is T1 against Team Liquid, and both teams have only one bullet to hit in this best of one series.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Welcome from the KBS Arena in Seoul, and since we're in South Korea, we have of course a team from the LCK to make the debut. And T1, they're going with Zeus on the Jace, Ona on the Sejuani, Faker on the Orianna, Gumayushi on the Ashe, and Carrier on the Renata. And from the team from the LCS, it's Summit on the Cassante, Pioshik on the Lee Sin, APA on the Syndra, Yon on the Aphelios, and Core JJ on the Rel. And after 3 minutes, we go into the top lane where Zeus and Ona, they're going for the gank on Summit. Double knockback by the Cassante W, and then APA comes in with a teleport, stuns with a Scatter the Weak, and it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Team Liquid to sort things off. And we go down into the bot lane to see Gumayushi going down to make it a 3-for-1 start for the team from the LCS. And we go back into the top lane after 8 minutes. It's Zeus connecting the shock blast to Summit, but he answers back with the all out, and then Pioshik, he comes in. It's a 2v1. Summit gets low, but in the end, Zeus goes down. And it's a 4-1 start for Team Liquid, who are now taking down the Herald. But in comes the answer from the LCK second seed. Yoni cleanses the arrow from the Ashe. Ona gets stunned, but then it's a shockwave by Faker. Carrier connects the hostile takeover, and down goes Pioshik. The Herald will be placed in the top lane. Ona and Zeus against 3 members of Team Liquid, but they managed to deal enough damage to the TL bot laners to not be dived on under the turret. Shelly gets a charge off, but both T1 players stay alive. Almost 40 minutes into the game, the first dragon still alive, and then in comes the arrow by Gumayushi, followed by the Glacial Prison of Ona, the hostile takeover. It is CC madness onto APA until he gets gray screened. The first turret breaks on the sides of Team Liquid in their bot lane, and so it's first turret gold going to T1, and we're almost 60 minutes into the game to see Zeus, knowing that there's some danger lurking in the brushes, but it comes out the brush next to him, Scatter the Weak, and then it will be Pioshik picking up his second kill. A couple of seconds later, Shelly will be summoned to tear down the top lane tier 1, to be escorted in order to get off his second charge as well. But there's Faker, jumped on by the Lee Sin Q, kicked back into the Scatter Weak, but the stun didn't come through, and so now with Zeus TPing in, T1 looking for a re-engage. They want to hunt down the attackers and chase them through all the top lane. And then it will be Zeus with Oriannas. We are going for a Flash E, the Thundering Blow knocks back APA, but Dissonance slows him. And then Zeus goes to the skies and smashes down on the Syndra. We stick with the scene for a moment to see Core JJ going in on the Rel with the W into the Magnet Storm. Guma managed to flash away. Carrier, you will be caught, but answers back with a hostile takeover, and so Core JJ will go down. But Summit gets to trade by Carrier, and now he's going for Gumayushi. He pulls him in with his Q3, and then it is Yon coming in with the Moonlight Vigil to take his first kill of the game, as we see Zeus tearing down the top lane tier 1, and now it is Faker, ganked on by Pioshik, and APA with a Scatter the Weak. He smashes him into the wall and leaves the T1 mid laner with nothing to do to avoid the grey screen. And now we see T1 after 18.5 minutes, steamrolling through the mid lane, tearing down both turrets. Moments later, it will be a clean robbery by Team Liquid, taking the dragon without no casualties. And then it is Core JJ suffering the QW by the Orianna. He slowed answers back with a stun, but Faker follows him, pulls him in with the shockwave, and then it is Carrier, but also APA on the other side, closing in. Core JJ solo flashes away, but Faker flash follows and takes him down. But roughly a minute later, we see Faker without his flash, about to feel all the grim vengeance by Pioshik, Core JJ, and APA. And they crash down on him, they punch him, and in the end APA will take his third kill of the game, and we are already in for the first Baron Nashor. TL, they're already in the pit. The Baron health bar is getting lower and lower. Ona tries to get into the pit, but Summit, he plays Bouncer. Keeps the Sejuani out of it, and then it's in final engage by Ona. Answered with an all-out. Summit will give his life for it. And now it's a 4v4 without Faker and Summit. Core JJ in the midst of destruction. He will be taken out. Double kill as APA went down at the same time, and now only Yon survives, but he will count the seconds already until he sees the respawn timer. Can he take somebody with him? But trapped in the corner against 2 long-range champions, he has no chance. And now we see Ona on the bottom right screen securing the next dragon for T1, and we go down into their jungle. Pioshik against Faker, but the Lee Sin gets kept at distance until he finds a W onto his own ward over the walls, and now he's going in close range. Faker tries to flash away, but he will be followed and hunted down. And now we see Pioshik going into the stopwatch to avoid the Ash arrow flying in. Buy some time for his team to join, and they will take down the tier 2. And now we take a look at Core JJ, not spotted by Carrier, knocks up the tier 1 supporter, and he gets taken out. And now take a look at Pioshik going around the backside. He dashes over the wall and kicks back the TPing Faker into the lines of TL, and they take out the Oriana. 2 players down on the sides of T1, make it 3 as Owner goes down as well, and now it is Baron for Team Liquid. Impeccable team fight, but even a greater engage by Pioshik, and also a sneaky engage by Core JJ. And with the Baron buff, Team Liquid, they are now going for the next dragon. Turn their eyes on the tier 1 in the mid lane, and on the tier 2 in the bot lane, where Summit is now trapped by the glacial prison of Ona, and the rest of T1 flies in to tear the Cassante apart. He was caught on the split push, but nonetheless the rest of the LCS third seed managed to tear down the tier 2 in the mid lane. And after almost 33 minutes, we have a gold lead for the team from NA that is further increasing as they manage to tear down the turret in the bot lane. And we're already 35.5 minutes into the game as we see Summit going in for the engage on Ona. He's getting bullied around, and then it is a Core J following in with the Magnet Storm, but then take a look at Gumayushi. He takes out Yon single-handedly, all on his own. He bursts the opponent ADC into the gray screen, and now everything is falling apart for the team from the LCS, Team Liquid. They are destroyed. Only Summit is limping away with a little HP, hunted by Gumayushi, while the rest of T1 is going for the base, is going for the Nexus. They will end this game, and they will proceed to the upper pool, where they will face one of the other 7 winners of today's first day of the Swiss stage.